Good morning, everyone. It is fall harvest. All right, so last week we started corn harvest and we picked some corn, and you probably saw a video from last week where we did that. And then today and yesterday we started combining beans, harvesting soybeans. And so yesterday was our first full day of doing that. We got a full 80 cut and then about half of this 80 cut. So we're at about 120 acres we got done yesterday. Today we're doing the maintenance on the combines and the trucks and the tractor and grain cart over there, getting ready to start a new day of harvest. Real quick, I'm gonna throw you back to last night where we were harvesting this field and it was incredibly dusty. I mean, you would not believe how dusty it was. It's the dustiest it's ever been for bean harvest, in my experience anyway. It's a bit dusty tonight. Kind of makes for a dusty sunset. When you're going south, you can barely see in front of you. So dusty. You can see my trail from last pass. Oh, well, you could. No, you can't. Not much to show when it's this dusty, but there's the sunset. And it's gone. We really need GPS on our combines for years like this. Goodness.
It's almost like it's dust on the plant.
I think maybe because of all the fires, we had a smoky atmosphere for a long time there during all those fires out west. I think that might have had something to do with how dusty it is. I also think these big bushy plants are contributing to it. You know, we've got really tall beans, had a lot of potential, but then we think that maybe they were killed off early because of the dry. We didn't get any rain. And so maybe that had something to do with it. I think it's a combination of factors that have made it so dusty. But last night there was no wind, and we actually had to quit early because we couldn't see anymore. You literally could not see where you were going, so we quit before dark last night. Our hired man, Isaac, is helping us out, blowing out the air filters of both the combines. I'm also going to grease the combines, do the 10-hour grease on the combines, and then check the oil on all the equipment and make sure all the air filters are clean on all the equipment. And so that's what we're doing this morning, and we're gonna have a good day, hopefully. And Nathan and Kendall and Dad will be over here soon. So these air filters take in air and clean the dirt out of the air before it goes be used in the combine. And we're blowing them out over there, blowing all the dust out of them so that they're clean for the day. And then we put them back in here and tighten them up here. And they're ready to go. We've got an engine filter back here and a cab filter in front there on both the combines. So 4 filters total to blow out today. And then of course we check our engine oil, which looks good. And then our hydraulic oil over here, which actually needs some. I texted my brothers to bring me some hydraulic oil. Another thing we have to blow out is the radiator, what you see here. Not too dusty considering the conditions. Up here is where the cab filter goes, right in there. All right, so got that put back in. I think we're about ready to go. Isaac is taking the loaded truck from last night in. Isaac is a guy we went to high school with, and he lives around here, and he comes and hauls for us during wheat harvest and fall harvest. And so we're thankful for his help, and he helped us do maintenance this morning too, which was nice. So I'm here all by myself now, and I think I'm gonna get started with the 9610 with the bigger combine until the rest of the family gets here, and we'll be a go for another long harvest day, hopefully with no breakdowns. Cross fingers. So real quick, wanted to introduce this Unverferth grain cart. Unverferth is letting us use this grain cart for fall harvest and maybe next wheat harvest too. So we're excited to finally have a grain cart on our farm. It's been a little different than what we're used to. We're used to unloading the combines directly into the trucks. This grain cart allows us to, it's basically a shuttle. It goes out to the combines and gets the grain, and then it comes back and dumps in the semi. And it's got a nice Digistar from TopCon scale on it. And so that helps us keep track of the weights that we put into each truck and that are coming off of each field, so we know the yield of each field. And then we've got the M7 on it, which has been plenty of horsepower. People were saying that the tractor was going to be a little undersized, but it's doing fine. The reason we don't have our cat tractor on the grain cart, most people put their biggest tractor on their grain cart. In Kansas, we're planting winter wheat at the same time as fall harvest. So Nathan has been planting winter wheat every day that we're out here. So the cat tractor is on the air seeder, and so we're using the M7. It's kind of the next one up. It's kind of the same size as our 7430, so it's our next biggest tractor. You don't have to have your biggest tractor on your grain cart. I mean, people like to. It's better to be overpowered than underpowered, but you can definitely get by, especially if you never load the grain cart completely full, and especially if you're not bouncing all over the field, doing anything like that. And most of our fields are pretty flat, and we're able to go pretty slow. This has been a unique year as far as what the beans look like versus what they actually are yielding. These look like 60, 70 bushel beans, lots of pods, very tall, very bushy. In a normal year, we would be getting 60, maybe even 70 bushel beans off of a bean field that looks like this. But as you know, for those of you guys who've been following our channel, we didn't get any rain for 45 days there in August. End of July, August, beginning of September. And so that was when these beans were putting on pods and filling those pods with seed, and it just didn't have the water it needed to fill the plant. And so these beans had 70 bushel potential, and we're running basically 70 bushel beans through the combines in terms of how much there are out here, but the beans are tiny. And then all the pods, you know, some of them only have 2 beans per pod, stuff like that. So pretty disappointing with the potential compared to what we're actually getting. We're probably only getting 40 bushel beans. And these are some of our you know, it's not our best fields. I think our better soil is going to reach closer to its potential if it would have rained. But it's been pretty disappointing, but we kind of knew it was coming. All right, heading to the corner of the field to get started. Well, so far it's not nearly as dusty as it was last night. It's nice to be able to see again and be able to see what's going on in your header. Last night it was just a fog. Right up there you can see I came over here and did some replanting in some of these low spots. So there's a little bit of green in this field, but the moisture is below 10, and so we're just gonna blend these green spots in. It's not worth coming all the way back over here to get these green spots. All right, we're making progress on this field finally this afternoon. We got both combines running. The 9600 was having some issues with the header, and I think my dad got that figured out. Kendall has been in the grain cart unloading on the go. He actually told me he just texted me he's doing he's speaking to our local FFA through Skype or Zoom or something. So that's what he's doing right now, sitting in the grain cart over there. So that's kind of cool.
Look at this jug in these semis, but
all right, we're wrapping up this field. You can see all the hawks flying around, eating all the mice and rabbits that run out of this last pass here. Dad's heading over there to unload the last little bit into the grain cart so we can weigh it, and then we'll move on to the next field. My windows, I cleaned them this morning, but they're already dirty. It's so dusty. It's gotten quite dusty again. Kendall and Isaac took the 2 of the pickups to the next field, and then they're going to come back and help shuttle equipment. So we don't have a grain cart operator right now, but that's okay. We'll just dump in here. No problem. We are done with the field, so we hooked this combine onto its header. That's the 30-foot header. The 25-foot header can it can fit on the road no problem here in Kansas, so we'll just take it down the road. But this combine, we took the header off, and there it is, folks. Another 80 knocked out. All right, we're just about to the other field. We've been roading the combines for probably 20 minutes or so. We've gone about, what, 7, 8 miles? So I actually have no idea how long we've been on the road, but we're almost there. So one of the reasons we like this setup of having a 25-foot header on the one combine and a 30-foot header on the other is so the 25-foot header can go in the field and cut a hole out for the other combine to drive in with the header trailer behind it, so we can put the header on.
Pull, Nathan, pull! Yeah, get it!
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog today. There will be more to come from soybean harvest, as well as corn and milo. If you haven't seen our new Corn Revolution video, please check it out and share it. FFA is donating $1 for every share, so please check that out. And I'm going to close this video out with a little drone video of what we're doing here in the field. But this field is yielding a lot better than the last two, so we're happy.